Hello and welcome to Losing It Back for Good. Um, this is episode number 2, and our topic for today is going to be setting realistic goals. Last week I delved into the big why, and after a lot of consideration, mine was to live life. Hence, I've changed the name from Losing It But Good to Losing It For Good, and also my intro song, which you probably noticed, because nothing makes you feel more alive than Patrick Hernandez singing Born to Be Alive. So last week I weighed in at 305.8, and this week I weighed in at 303.0, which means I am down 2.8 pounds from last week. So yay! I've been working really hard on building habits that I know I can stick with for the long run. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So when I say realistic goals, I don't mean giving up or aiming low. I mean setting goals that fit into your life in a way that feels good and not like punishment. So often we get caught up in extreme goals, lose X pounds by certain number of weeks, months, years, fill in the gap. But when you try and do that and aim to work out for an hour every day and eat perfectly at every meal, and let's be honest, I mean that can't keep up forever, right? I mean, that's where I always struggled. I was very much an all or nothing mentality. If I went off my diet, I would always go, fuck it, I might as well go big, Whereas right now I'm setting more realistic goals. So instead of focusing on these big intimidating goals, try breaking them down. Instead of saying, I'm going to lose 150 pounds, which I know I'm saying, but maybe start with, I'm going to lose 5 pounds, or I'm going to lose 10 pounds, or even just, I'm going to do better. Because what really matters is just doing better. I'm going to eat more balanced meals. Just small, consistent actions are what's going to create the big changes over time. And that's what we're here to do. So, I asked some of you what your goals are, and okay, cut. I'd be really curious to see what some of your goals are. So after you put some thought into it, please put them down in the comments if you don't mind sharing. And let's just, do you want to have more energy? Do you want to keep up with your kids or your grandkids or your nieces or your nephews, or just keep up with life? I mean, let's face it, when you get to be my size, movement is hard, movement hurts. I mean, it just sucks. It does. So for this week's challenge, set one realistic goal for yourself that you can commit to just for the next 7 days. It could be drinking more water. It could be moving for 10 minutes a day, or just adding one extra vegetable to your meals. Something that feels achievable, but also leads you towards your bigger vision, right? So for me, probably about 2 months ago now, I had set a goal to stop drinking Coke so much. Not completely, because then I'll crave it and I'll miss it and I'll want it even more, because that's human nature. But I don't bring it into the house anymore, unless we're ordering in. or unless I go out to a restaurant, then I'll have a glass of Coke. But cutting back that much has made a big difference already. When I first started that part of cutting out Coke, I was upward of about 315 pounds, with my heaviest being 330. So without even realizing that I've been taking these little steps and these little goals, I'm already seeing a big difference. Let me know what your little goals are. I'll be visiting you throughout the week as well, just to touch base on some other topics. One of the big ones that I find really helpful is to have a list of excuses. And I'll go into that more in the next video. But know what your excuses are, because it's easiest to lie to ourselves and believe our lies. So make a list, make an exhaustive list. What excuses do you have? I'm going to do the same. I've done it once before, but that was several years ago. So I'm going to start fresh, and I'm going to write these excuses and keep reading them so that I know when I go to tell myself something that I'm lying to myself. Anyways, so thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, follow along. We're going to be doing interviews, and I've had a few people already reach out with their success stories. So I'd love to possibly interview you and find out what you did that worked for you. So yeah, let's work together. Maybe even start a support group, a Zoom meeting support group. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, let's just live life, right? We were born to live. Anyways, we were born to be alive. That's what I was trying to say. All right, thank you very much for being here. Please let me know your thoughts on the new name and the new theme song. And yeah, let's do this. Let's rock this together. Take care. Bye.